Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton action and beyond. This week, we're in Stoke Mandeville, England, to report on the BWF Badminton World Championships. And we meet up with Indonesia's up-and-coming mixed doubles pair, Edi Subaktiar and Gloria Emmanuel Wijaja, as they talk to us about their ambitions to be the best in their country. Since the announcement of para-badminton's inclusion in the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games last year, there's been a real buzz in the badminton community. In becoming part of the Paralympic family, the dream of para-badminton players participating at the sport's highest level has come true.
Yeah, Paralympic sports. Now we are a Paralympic sport. We can say it everywhere. I mean, as a players and in terms of perspective, it changes all. And it's really a dream come true now, because before we were watching all our friends from the fencing, from the basketball, from the athleticism, and we were thinking one day we're going to be there. But it was just like it was so far from us. And suddenly, boom, it's done. So now we have to train a lot to be now great champions.
Newly installed as a Paralympic sport, badminton is in the spotlight, and all eyes were on the sport's first major event since the announcement, the BWF Badminton World Championships.
Since the decision for 2020, the world is watching, and as a new sport, we're a focal point. We want to ensure that we have a good product that we can showcase to the world. So we want to ensure that we choose the right hosts, and we want to have the right venue for the players to perform to their best and showcase the ability of the players.
The 10th edition of the biennial tournament was held in Stoke Mandeville, England, a location reputed as the birthplace of the Paralympic movement. For the championships to be held at a venue known worldwide for its contributions and connection to parasport seemed appropriate after the landmark decision last year.
Stoke Mandeville is an iconic Paralympic venue. I think when we bid and were awarded the hosting of these championships, to my mind there was only one venue where we were ever going to come to. You know, the whole Paralympic movement was formed around the Stoke Mandeville campus, and to come to this stadium and have the opportunity to bring a world championship to this stadium is something I'm really excited about. There's no question we were never going to bring it here.
With the yearly staging of the prestigious All England Championships, a BWF World Superseries premier event, Badminton England are no strangers when it comes to holding big tournaments. And their experienced hands brought the same energy and big game mentality to the championships.
Badminton England has a great reputation for delivering world-class events. We've hosted World Championships, the Yonex All England Championships now for many years. And the standard that we expect for a para championships is no different. We want the athletes, we want the officials, we want the volunteers, the coaches, the team managers to really feel that they're a world level event. Badminton England is an inclusive organisation, and we don't treat anybody any differently, irrespective of their ability to play. There's some world-class badminton being played here, and these athletes deserve a world-class environment, and our job is to give that to them.
What we have done here is we've encouraged the local community and the nation to come down and join us here to watch this showcase of para-badminton we've put on. We've had hundreds of spectators come through the door as well, and each of them has brought flags and a huge amount of enthusiasm as well. So hopefully we've brought that energy and it's uplifted the players on court as well.
The three-day event saw 223 players from 37 countries battling for the 22 titles on offer. 2 Chinese athletes made their debut at the Worlds, winning bronze in the mixed doubles wheelchair and gold in the wheelchair one women's singles. The badminton powerhouse has shown it is also a force with which to be reckoned in para-badminton.
Tournaments are getting bigger, there's more and more countries involved, players from all around the world now coming. When I first started 3 years ago, we had hardly 10 countries coming. Now at this event, some people from New Zealand are coming, from people from Singapore, from Peru. It's really turned worldwide now. the standard of play has been increasing a lot in the past 2 years, I would say. As more countries were coming, especially from Asia, the standard level really rises. So today, I believe the quarterfinal are what was the final 2 years ago, which is great, amazing.
Now recognized as a Paralympic sport, they are eager to show the world the dynamism of para-badminton, and the championships have provided the perfect platform.
For these championships, they're here to promote para-badminton, they're here to showcase our athletes, showcase the para-badminton movement, and also the respect that people have for the para-badminton athletes. We've had some volunteers this week just sat there watching, jaw down by their knees, because they can't quite comprehend the athleticism that's going on around the court. So they're understanding, appreciating how amazing, how incredible para-badminton is.
But before para-badminton makes its debut in Tokyo 2020, the World Championships remain the sport's premier tournament. From the organisation to the high level of badminton witnessed, the tournament has successfully delivered a world-class event.
It's an exciting journey. The next 5 years through to Tokyo is going to give us all an opportunity to really work closely with athletes, support our athletes, give them every opportunity they can to fulfill their dreams. And you know, what we're seeing here today are people winning world gold medals. And in 5 years' time, some of these will win Olympic gold medals. And that's got to be their dream. And our job is to enable them to and help them to do that.
Exciting times lie ahead for para-badminton. World champions were crowned and stars were born in Stoke Mandeville. But more importantly, the players and all involved have shown why the sport deserves to be a part of the Paralympic Games programme. In this week's trivia, we want you to guess who these two doubles players are. We are siblings. We are Olympic medalists. We helped our country to Thomas Cup victory in 1992. We'll tell you the answer after the break. When we return, we check out how club badminton in Macau is helping the development of the sport in the city. Before the break, we asked you to guess who these two doubles players are. We are siblings. We are Olympic medalists. We helped our country to Thomas Cup victory in 1992. The answer is Rusif Siddiq and Jalani Siddiq. Born in Selangor, Malaysia, they are part of the legendary badminton family, the Siddiq brothers. The pair created history by becoming the first Malaysian athletes to win an Olympic Games medal when they won the men's doubles bronze in the 1992 Barcelona Games. In the same year, together with younger brother Rashid, who competed in men's singles, the Siddiq brothers played a major role in helping Malaysia regain the Thomas Cup after a lapse of 25 years. Clubs have always played an integral role in the development of the sport in many of the top badminton nations. But while some of these clubs have been able to grow thanks to their ability to find and develop top-class players, there are others that are operating on a much smaller scale. But what they lack in money and prizes, they make up for with passion and enthusiasm, especially in countries where competitive badminton is still in its amateur stage. One of these is the Macaense Sports Club in Macau.
我哋馬交體育會其實始創於50幾年㗎啦。
The Macaense was founded in the 50s. It was established over 50 years ago. Back then, a group of Macau-born Portuguese often gathered together to play sports and organize sporting events. It was a good way to get to know other like-minded people. After a few events, they decided to set up a club to organize sporting activities regularly. That was how the club was founded. Macaense means local-born Portuguese. It symbolizes the background of the club founders.
始創呢個馬交體育會嘅始創人嘅背景咁樣嘅。
Mackenzie Sports Club is one of the 7 leading badminton clubs in this city of just over 500,000 people. The members from different backgrounds come together for just one reason: the love for the game. The club players come in all shapes, sizes and age groups, with some starting as young as 5 years old to the over 60s.
The players come from all walks of life. As we are a non-profit club, we do not actively recruit players. For the junior players, the recruitment is usually done through schools. As many of our players are school teachers, they will always come across students who are interested in the sport. So once they discovered potential or passionate badminton players in their schools, they would ask them if they want to join the club and play regularly.
Like the rest of the other badminton clubs in Macau, the Mackenzie do not own a clubhouse. Due to rapid development in the city, the land they once owned had to be returned to the government. When Badminton Unlimited dropped by, the Mackenzie were deep in their training routine at the Macau East Asian Games Dome.
Clubs in Macau do not own badminton facilities or a clubhouse. We usually rent badminton venues from the government or schools. This is the current arrangement for most clubs. We have one head coach, Mr. Paupinho, who is also the president of the club. The older and more experienced club members help out as part-time assistant coaches as well.
The junior players train and play more frequently. They will train at least 2 times a week. For the rest of the week, the senior players will join them whenever they are available, and they will train together.
The challenges in infrastructure do not hamper the competitiveness of the badminton clubs in the city. Interclub tournaments are held annually, and the Mackenzie have taken several titles in both the team and the individual categories. Having been named Macau's best badminton club for the last few years, the Mackenzie are proud of the fact that some of their players are currently representing the national team.
When I first started playing badminton, I had no guidance. I started to learn the proper basic skills when I joined the club. After that, I was selected to represent the team. So the club is the place where I established my badminton foundation.
But not all is rosy for badminton in Macau. Like the national team, clubs are struggling to keep their brightest and best athletes. With a premium placed on education and corporate jobs, club players often drift away from the sport at the competitive level. But the Mackenzie are not discouraged by these obstacles, concentrating first on ensuring badminton is enjoyed by everyone in Macau.
Our objective is not to win titles or to show how strong the club is. We want to continue following our founder's vision, that is to gather a group of badminton enthusiasts to play the sport together, regardless of their gender or age. We will carry on this tradition. If any players are interested in more intensive training or taking part in any local or overseas competitions, we are willing to support them, so they can take part in competitions without any worry. This is the future plan as far as the club is concerned.
As badminton becomes one of the fastest growing sports in Macau, clubs like the Mackenzie are on hand to provide the foundation and guidance to the next generation of Macanese shuttlers. With the MetLife BWF World Superseries back in action, let's check in on the Destination Dubai rankings after the completion of the 7th and 8th tournaments in Japan and Korea. This week, we focus on men's doubles. At the halfway stage in June, Korea's Lee Yong-dae and Yoo Young-seong were 4th in the standings after 6 of the 12 World Superseries events. By their own high standards, the world number ones had underachieved in the first half of the season, only winning the Star Australian Open. But the Koreans opened the second half of their campaign with a point to prove. Lee and Yu clinched their second World Super Series title of the year at the Yonex Open Japan. And the pair continued to show they were back on the winning trail at the Victor Korea Open, delighting the home crowd with their third title of 2015. Back-to-back victories in Japan and then Korea have lifted Lee and Yu to the top of the men's doubles destination Dubai rankings. Chinese pair Fu Haifeng and Zhang Nan are in second, while Japan's Hiroyuki Endo and Kenichi Hayakawa have slipped 2 places to third. And world champions Mohammad Ahsan and Hendra Setiawan moved up a place to fourth. The action continues in Odense at the Yonex Denmark Open next month, so be sure to catch the top players battle for points to reach the season-ending finale in Dubai. Don't forget the Destination Dubai rankings are updated every Thursday after a World Super Series tournament, so log on to www.bwfworldsuperseries.com to get the latest news and information. After the break, we sit down with Indonesia's rising stars, mixed doubles pair Edi Subaktiar and Gloria Emmanuel Wijaja.
Oh, terrific. Only needed the one, and the number 7 seed has taken the opening game against the world champion.
Now this is a test of a champion. How well can they come out from losing the first game?
Oh, that is fabulous. Wang Yihong has proved why she is champion material.
This is definitely what we expected from the very start of this match.
Well, that was such a big point. Oh, that was going a long way out. But that error means that the number 7 seed Li Xiaorui on the verge of victory. Started the tournament as the number 7 seed. She leaves the tournament as the All-England champion.
Indonesia's strong podium presence at the recent Total BWF World Championships showed it's not too far off from recapturing the kind of form that saw the country dominate elite badminton in the 90s. Especially in the mixed doubles format, the Southeast Asian nation has a lot to be optimistic about. Indonesia currently has 4 exciting duos in the world top 20. One such pair is Edi Subaktiar and Gloria Emmanuel Wijaja. Their maiden triumph at last year's Macau Open has given them a much-needed boost.
Untuk level senior itu gelar pertama kami.
At the senior level, that was our first title together. It was an unforgettable experience. For almost 2 years, we weren't able to win anything at this level of competition. Macau was the first win. For me, it gave us more belief that we can achieve more on the senior stage.
Kami semakin berprestasi lagi di tingkat senior.
Speaking in the country's capital, Jakarta, recently, the world number 12 duo spared some time to discuss their blossoming careers. Both 21 years of age, Edi and Gloria are products of famed club Jarum. Their passage into the domestic scene began differently, though. Edi was encouraged by his brother, while Gloria received support from one of her first coaches.
Aku dulu When I was with my local team, my coach asked if I would be willing to go for trials with Jarum Badminton Club in Jakarta. Although he wasn't part of the Jarum coaching staff then, he had faith in me to try out for the doubles format. I went for the trials, and after a few weeks, I was selected. That was in 2007.
At that time, my brother was a badminton player and he was taking part in a tournament in Banjarmasin. He asked me if I wanted to meet a Jarum coach who was going to be there. I agreed and came over. I competed in the tournament there and went for trials at Jarum as well. The process took almost a month. I thank God for getting me selected back then in 2009.
Both found great success at the junior level, but with different partners. Gloria won the World Mixed Junior title in 2011, while Eddie triumphed the year after. Both were quickly included in the senior national team after their achievements before Eddie and Gloria finally embarked on their partnership in 2013.
I've only had 2 partnerships. Before this, I played with Alfian Iko for a year. It was only when Eddie was selected for the national squad that we teamed up. What is it, 3 years? Yes, we've been together for almost 3 years now.
The moment I was selected into the national team, it wasn't just a case about playing for your family, but for the country as well. Of course, I feel proud. It motivates me to get titles because you get to hear the national anthem. We want Indonesia Raya to be played as much as possible.
Being on duty for their country has often meant sacrifices for the young shuttlers. While others their age are out having fun, Eddie and Gloria are putting in hours on the training courts, perfecting their skills.
On social media, we always see our friends going out and having a good time. It's different for us. Here we are, training hard to give our best for the country. But we also remind ourselves that we have the opportunity and privilege to do something great for the nation. You can't say they can do the same. They can't contribute the way we can.
The pair's win at the 2014 Macau Open certainly repaid their efforts. They had another title shot this year, but were stopped short at the Bonnie China Masters final by the host pair Liu Cheng and Pao Yixin. The signs, though, remain encouraging. With the All-England hat-trick winners Tontowi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir still leading Indonesia's charge in the mixed doubles, Eddie and Gloria are keen to pick up pointers from their seasoned compatriots and push on.
Up to this point, you can't argue the fact that they're the top pair in Indonesia. They've won so much. It helps that both Tontowi and Liliana are friendly. With them, there's no division between the seniors and juniors. We're able to relax and enjoy training together.
We have to work harder than them. At each training session, we need to do more than them. We'll try to get close to their quality. We need to keep learning from them.
Eddie Subaktiar and Gloria Emmanuel Wajaja are proving to be yet another mixed doubles pair Indonesia can call upon. With a willingness to learn and no fear of hard work, the duo looks set to be a major force in years to come. Get connected with us. Log on to these websites for videos and photos and get the latest news and information on all things badminton. Missed an episode of Badminton Unlimited? Or perhaps you just want to catch your favorite episode again? You can do so at your convenience on our YouTube channel. All the best badminton clips are just a click away. Let's find out what's happening on the international circuit in our Badminton Unlimited calendar. Next week on Badminton Unlimited, we find out how clubs outside Indonesia's capital, Jakarta, are helping the country's badminton ambitions. See you next week.